Oh, welcome back to a brand new This Week on Wolves. Now, I have decided to call it this. Like, if you saw my last one, I was deciding what to call it. And yeah, in the end, I come up with this. I thought it would be the best thing. I got a few ideas off of Lenny. He had a series kind of like this, so kind of switched it around a little bit. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be calling it from now on. Oh yeah, welcome back to the second episode of this. This one is up on a Friday, like I promised, but if you are new to this, I'm either going to upload these every Friday or Saturday, but don't hold me to it. I am going to try my best to do that. First of all, getting into some positives about this week. So the Wolves first team have gone back into training. They've been started doing these singular sessions this week, and they've started this today and yesterday. They've started doing these small groups, a lot of running, a lot of passing and stuff like that, just to get their bodies working again, because it's been a good few months since they've last trained with each other. There hasn't really been too much going on. It's been more transfers and stuff like that. So yeah, we're just going to go straight through the transfers. So one of the big ones really is Wolves have agreed a deal actually with Braga midfielder João Paulinho. Don't know too much about him, but apparently they're agreeing a fee around 15 million euros. Like I said, I don't know too much about him. I can't remember too much about him when we played Braga home and away. He's a midfielder, defensive midfielder. He can also play as a centre back, which is what we need. Is what we need in the team, and we have a lot of players like that who can play as a centre back and as a defensive midfielder as well. 24 years of age, again Portuguese. I think he could be very good player. I'm not sure where he has been playing recently for Braga, if it is a centre back or as a midfielder, but we'll have to see. We do have a lot of midfielders, so maybe he will come in as that left hand side centre back. We'll have to see. And another big one coming out this week: Jimenez has been linked with Juventus this week. Apparently they're looking for a replacement for Higuain, and apparently that Juventus want to loan him for 2 seasons, I believe. Want to purchase him for 50 million. Also, there's been rumours as well that they're going to do a swap deal for Rabiot and Rugani, which, thinking about it, isn't actually a bad deal. We do need a midfielder and we do need a centre-back, and they are both very good players. Rabiot, especially for when he was at PSG and stuff like that, he was a very good player. Also Rugani, we've been linked with him before, and again he's a very good defender, very young as well still. And they're both very good players who would work in that system really well. I feel like Jimenez is such an important player to us. I think either 50 million or the 2 players we get, I feel like it's never going to fix us. I feel like there's been a lot of links with Traoré to Bayern Munich as well this week. If we lost to either Adama or a Jota, it would hurt us, but I feel like we'll get over it because we still have the likes of Potence and Neto coming through and stuff like that. I feel like Jimenez is just that glue. Like I really worry if we ever do lose him, whether it's this summer or the summer after. I do worry that we won't be the same team. I feel like he's our glue, and we kind of need him to work. We don't have another striker really. Our next striker's Campagna, and he's 20 or something like that. Then we have Benny Ashisil, he's 20, 21, something like that. So we don't have another striker. I think losing Jimenez, especially this season, would just cost us way too much. I think we would be able to get into the position we are right now in the league and in Europe and stuff like that. So in my opinion, we definitely shouldn't sell him. Yeah, 50 is probably right for him. At 29, he's not getting any younger. He's in his peak right now. He's probably playing the best football of his career. 50 million is not a bad deal, but I think we definitely should keep him. So John Ruddy this week has extended his contract for another year, which overall, looking at it, I think that's a good thing, because we don't have really another goalkeeper in mind. There's Will Norris and stuff like that, but I don't think he's played much football at Ipswich this season. And again, a very experienced keeper. I think he's a great. He does a lot off the pitch as well. He's been one of the most experienced, playing the Premier League a lot as well, with Norwich and stuff like that. So I think he's a really important player to the squad as well, and the team. So yeah, I think that's the right choice in the end to give him that extra year contract. And also Jordan Graham and Phil Afosu-Aye are actually leaving the club when their contract ends this summer. Phil Afosu-Aye, we literally never saw. He never played a first team game for Wolves. He's probably been here 4 years, something like that. And we literally never seen him. He played a couple of under 23 games, I think, but that's it. So we don't really know what we missed out on. He could have been a decent player, but we'll never know. Jordan Graham, I've always had a soft spot for Jordan Graham. I actually had a shirt with his name on the back. It was actually this shirt here, if you can see it, I don't know. But yeah, I had his name on the back at 11. I remember I was torn that season either to get Helder Costa or Graham. That show was up from 3 years ago, something like that. So I would have been like 15 or something like that. I remember I was torn between Helder and Graham. Ended up getting Graham, and he pretty much never played for Wolves again. So it wasn't the greatest choice ever. We tweeted him a photo of my shirt, and I DM'd him as well, and he actually DM'd back, which was actually quite nice of him. I really hope it works out for Graham. Who knows where Graham would have been if it wasn't for that injury. I think he still could have been a Wolves player, to be honest. I know Nuno as well tried to play him as the left wing back or that right wing back, but I don't know, it just didn't work out for him. I remember the Southampton game. I remember he didn't play that well. Even though we won 2-0 that game, I remember he just didn't. It wasn't this. It wasn't for that injury. He could have. I don't know. He could have been a first team player right now, and yeah, he could have had a great career. But I still wish him the best of luck. I'm sure he'll go on to a League One Championship side, have a great career. He was a brilliant player before his injury. I remember he got, was it nine assists in like 12 games, something like that. He was unreal. I think he only scored a couple of goals, but he was still a great player, and hopefully he has a good career. That's pretty much all the Wolves stuff that's happened this week. Time to move on to the non-Wolves footballing topics. The main one is Calum Hudson-Odoi. Reportedly, Calum has been arrested for breaking lockdown rules. Everyone is like breaking lockdown rules, especially British or English players. Like last week in the last episode, I talked about Gibbs White. Beginning there was Grealish and Walker. I don't know. I feel like they just don't get what the lockdown rules mean. But yeah, apparently he was seen with an unwell woman. I don't know what it was, and apparently he was arrested, later released on bail. I don't know the full story. I just saw this and like I was just so confused. And I swear Hudson-Odoi was one of the first footballers to come out as positive for the coronavirus. So I don't know. It's all confusing. I don't know why he done it. It was stupid. He'll probably get fined a lot. Also, the Bundesliga's still on. I've been watching a few games. It's been exciting, but it's still not the same about the fans. It's just all the games are just so dull, and you can tell the players as well. They're very rusty as well. Like the Schalke game against Dortmund. Dortmund ended up winning 4-0. Schalke looked really poor, but again, Dortmund was still very slow and stuff like that. It took them quite a little bit to get into it. Still not the same about the fans. It's just so weird. The biggest games, there's actually the Berlin derby, which is on tonight. As I'm uploading this video, the Berlin derby, Dortmund versus Bayern on Tuesday. That'll be a really good game. I'll try and watch both of them. But yeah, a few exciting games there. Yeah, that's pretty much the end of this video. There wasn't too much going on. Of course, I'll have a lot more to talk about when football is back and Wolves are back playing and stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you could like and subscribe, that would really mean a lot to me. Turn notifications on if you want to see more of these. Hopefully coming out every Friday or Saturday. But yeah, like I said, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Just hope everyone's staying safe, staying well. And yeah, I'll go and see you in my next video. You bring me comfort to my soul.